All right, so get ready to have your childhood memories kind of flipped on their head. Remember the McDonald's Monopoly game?
Yo,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
excitement,
Absolutely.
peeling back those little stickers, hoping you'd win, like, I don't know, a car or a vacation or even, you
A
know,
million
a
bucks.
million bucks, right?
Yeah, it was a stroke of marketing genius.
Oh, yeah.
Really tapping into that dream of like striking it rich
Oh, for sure.
while you're enjoying your Big Mac.
Yeah, except the dream was a sham for a lot of people.
Hmm.
For over a decade, the game was rigged.
Wow.
So we're doing a deep dive right into
Ah.
the McDonald's Monopoly scam,
Mm.
a tale of deceit, mob ties, and some shocking betrayals.
I love it.
We've got articles, we've got FBI files, insights from the McMillions docuseries
Oh, nice.
to unravel how it all went down.
So this isn't just like some simple case of someone printing a few extra winning stickers.
Right.
This scheme was elaborate.
Oh, yeah.
This was orchestrated by a man who knew the game inside and out. Jerry Jacobson, better known as Uncle Jerry.
Right, Uncle Dan.
Yeah.
So he was a former police officer, right?
Right.
Turned head of security for Simon Marketing, the company responsible for actually making those game pieces.
For McDonald's,
Talk about the perfect position to pull off, like the ultimate fast food heist.
it all started rather innocently. Jacobson, he accidentally received a pack of the original seals, the ones meant for the winning game pieces.
Oh, wow.
But instead of, I don't know, reporting the mistake, he was like,
Opportunity.
yeah, he saw an opportunity.
Yeah, boy, did he run with it.
He did.
So he starts small, right? Like
Yep.
slipping a $25,000 winning sticker to his stepbrother.
All right.
Then he sells a $10,000 one to his butcher for a fraction of the price.
Smart.
But his ambition grows.
Of course.
In 1995, Jacobson went for the big leagues, $1 million prize.
Whoa.
He was traveling with security escorts, but in a brazen move, he managed to swap the real winning sticker for a regular one in an airport bathroom.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
In an airport bathroom?
That's what they say.
Wow.
It's kind of unbelievable.
It is.
So, okay, he's got this $1 million sticker, right?
Right.
But how do you actually cash it in without setting off like all the alarms? That's when things get interesting.
Okay.
He needed a network,
Uh-huh.
and not just any network.
Right.
Enter Gennaro Colombo,
Okay.
a member of a notorious mafia family with connections to nightclubs, underground casinos, you name it.
Wow.
He became Jacobson's key distributor, making sure those winning tickets ended up in the hands of people that wouldn't raise suspicion.
So it's like this buffer
Right.
between Jacobson and the winners.
Exactly. But get this, even Colombo's family got in on the action.
Oh, no.
His wife's father and a friend both received winning tickets.
So wait, so it was like a family affair?
It was a family affair on both sides.
On both sides.
And it wasn't just family. Jacobson's stepbrother and his nephew also benefited.
Wow. So they're all in on this.
All in on this, and yet, amidst all this calculated greed, there's this one peculiar detail.
What's that?
This is the part that really threw me for a loop. Jacobson anonymously donated a $1 million winning piece to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
Really?
Yeah, and even more surprising, McDonald's, knowing the rules prohibited prize transfers, they allowed it.
Wow. I mean, what motivated this act of, apparent generosity? I mean, the man's orchestrating this massive fraud.
Yeah.
Was it guilt? Was it like a desire for some karmic balance?
Yeah.
I mean, it adds another layer to this
It does.
already complex character.
So as they say, all good things must come to an end, right?
Right.
Tragedy struck in 1998 when Colombo died in a car accident.
Oh.
But did that stop the scam? Not a chance. Jacobson just found new partners in crime.
Oh, wow.
He recruited a businessman named Don Hart and a fast food restaurant owner, Richard Couturier.
Ooh.
And, get this, a former cocaine smuggler, Andrew Glom.
Oh, my gosh.
They all helped Jacobson find winners and keep the money flowing.
So it's like these criminal enterprises, they're just so adaptable. They just find a way.
They find a way. And this brings us to what we're calling the Mormon connection.
Go.
Jacobson ended up buying property from Dwight Baker, a respected member of the Mormon community.
All right.
Soon, Baker's stepson, his stepson's friend, and even Baker's wife's sister. They were all cashing in winning Monopoly tickets,
No way.
using fake addresses, claiming prizes in different states. But the FBI investigation, triggered by a single anonymous tip,
Wow.
was on their trail. They were monitoring phone calls, they were tracking movements,
Uh-huh.
slowly connecting the dots.
How?
In this like seemingly random string of winners.
So random.
And there was one glaring red flag. 3 of the recent big winners, Chandler, Phoenix, and Huey,
Okay.
all lived suspiciously close to each other.
Oh.
It was a clue the FBI could not ignore.
Right.
So McDonald's CEO at the time, Jack Greenberg, faced a tough choice. Shut down the game entirely and risk tipping off the perpetrators, or continue playing knowing it was compromised.
Oh, man.
They chose the latter,
Okay.
collaborating with the FBI to set a trap.
Wow. So high-stakes gamble.
A high-stakes gamble,
Gave millions of dollars.
and McDonald's reputation hanging in the balance.
Yeah.
They used 2 $1 million prizes as bait, hoping to lure the scammers into making a mistake.
And that's exactly what happened.
Oh, yeah. In a crucial phone call, Huey revealed he was planning to sell one of the winning tickets to his brother-in-law, John Davis, down in Texas.
Oh, he messed up.
Big mistake. The FBI had their target. On August 22, 2001, it all came crashing down. The FBI conducted 8 simultaneous arrests across the country, taking down Jacobson's network in a coordinated takedown.
Oh, man.
It was the beginning of the end for the McMillions scheme.
Yeah.
Over 50 people were eventually convicted, including Uncle Jerry himself. He served over 3 years in prison and had to pay back $12.5 million.
Wow.
The impact of this scam went far beyond a few stolen prizes. It shook public trust in a beloved brand and forced McDonald's to rethink their entire approach to promotional games.
So in part 2, we're going to delve into the aftermath of this scandal and examine the long-lasting consequences of this extraordinary case.
Stay with us.
Yeah. Welcome back to our deep dive into the McDonald's monopoly scam.
Last time, we left off with the FBI bringing down Uncle Jerry's, empire of fraud.
Stunning downfall
Yeah.
for a scheme that had run for over a decade.
Makes you wonder what was going through the minds of those McDonald's executives
Right.
when they realized that, their iconic game was hijacked for so long.
Oh, I'd imagine there was a mix of shock,
Oh, yeah,
anger,
for sure.
maybe even a bit of embarrassment.
Embarrassment is right. I mean, this wasn't just some minor loophole.
Right.
It was a full-blown criminal conspiracy.
And orchestrated by, someone they trusted
Yeah.
with the game's security. Talk about a breach of trust.
So how did McDonald's react? Did they try to just sweep this whole thing under the rug?
Actually, they did the opposite.
Right.
They took a surprisingly transparent approach, fully cooperating with the FBI.
Okay.
And they even launched their own internal investigation.
That seems kind of counterintuitive.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to minimize the damage?
You'd think so, right. But I think they understood that, honesty and accountability were just crucial in this situation.
So they admitted their game was rigged.
They did.
Wow.
They issued public apologies
Okay.
and reassured customers, we're committed to making things right.
I see. Did people buy it, though? Imagine thinking you actually had a fair shot at winning all those years,
Yeah.
only to find out it was all a lie.
I mean, there was definitely some public outcry.
Yeah,
People felt cheated.
rightfully so.
Rightfully so. Yeah, lawsuits were filed.
I bet.
McDonald's ended up settling with some disgruntled players.
I mean, that had to be a PR nightmare.
Oh, it was a major blow to their reputation.
Yeah.
But, in the long run, their transparency might have actually helped them
Really? How so?
by owning up to the problem
Right.
and taking concrete steps to fix it.
Right.
They signaled to customers that they were serious about regaining their trust.
So they didn't just apologize, they took action.
Absolutely.
Okay, what kind of changes did they make?
Well, they implemented way stricter security measures around the production and distribution of the game pieces.
Right.
So, making it pretty much impossible to repeat Jacobson's scheme.
What specifically did they do?
Well, they overhauled their entire process. They
Really?
introduced more checks and balances,
Uh-huh.
independent audits,
Uh-huh.
secure storage facilities for those winning stickers.
Wow, so it sounds like they went above and beyond just fixing the immediate problem.
Yeah, they did. It was about, rebuilding trust,
Right.
not just patching up, a loophole.
It's kind of fascinating how this whole scandal turned a beloved game into a cautionary tale.
Yeah, I mean, it really highlights the dark side of human nature,
Yeah.
the allure of easy money, the lengths people will go
To get it, yeah.
Yeah.
But it also shows that even corporations as big as McDonald's can be victims of fraud.
And that they can learn
Yeah.
and emerge stronger.
That's true. No system is foolproof.
No.
Vigilance is key.
But perhaps, the most intriguing part of all this is the psychology of the people involved.
Oh, yeah. What motivated these people? I mean, was it purely greed, or was there something, like, more to it?
It's a complex question.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, financial gain was huge.
For sure.
But I think it goes, like, deeper than that.
What do you mean?
For some, it might have been the thrill of the, the challenge of, like, outsmarting the system.
But like almost like those heist movies where the criminals are more interested in the game than the loot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like proving their cleverness, manipulating the rules.
But for others, it might have been like desperation.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Yeah.
They might have felt trapped by, circumstances and saw this as, like, their only way out.
And then there's, like, the mob elements.
Right.
It's pretty clear that they saw this as, like, a lucrative opportunity.
Oh, yeah. Organized crime, thrives on exploiting weaknesses.
Right.
They recognized the system was ripe for manipulation.
Uh-huh.
And they jumped at the chance.
It's kind of disheartening to think about all these different motivations.
Yeah.
All converging in this one elaborate scheme.
It speaks to, like, a broader societal issue, I think. The erosion of ethics, the pursuit of wealth at any cost.
Makes you wonder if anyone involved truly grasped the consequences of their actions.
Maybe not at first.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in the excitement.
Right.
The feeling that you're invincible.
But reality has a way of catching up, right?
Always.
Yeah, and the fallout from this scam was substantial.
For sure.
So we've seen how McDonald's responded. But what about the individuals? How did their lives change?
Yeah.
After the McMillions came crashing down?
Well, that's what we're going to explore in the final part of our deep dive.
Stay with us as we uncover the human stories behind the headlines and examine the lasting legacy of the McDonald's monopoly scam. Okay, so we're back for the final part of our deep dive into the McDonald's monopoly scam.
We've seen how this, like, seemingly harmless game turned into this multi-million-dollar criminal enterprise.
Yeah, and to their credit,
right,
McDonald's took responsibility.
They did.
And really overhauled their security measures.
Yeah, but what about the human cost of this whole thing? What happened to the people who got caught up in this web of deceit?
That's what I'm really curious about. I mean, we know that, like, Uncle Jerry served time and had to pay back millions.
Right.
But what about the others? Did they all face similar consequences?
Well, the fallout, it really varied,
Right.
depending on their level of involvement.
So some got off easier than others?
Yeah, those who, played more of a peripheral role, like some of those recruited winners, they might have gotten, lighter sentences, like probation or fines.
If those closer to, like, the heart of the operation.
Yeah.
Like Columbo's associates.
Oh, they faced, much more serious charges. Like what? Conspiracy to commit fraud, money laundering.
Wow.
Even, ties to organized crime.
Wow, it's a reminder that there are, like, real-world consequences.
Oh, yeah.
To these kinds of actions.
Big consequences.
Yeah, lives were disrupted, families were torn apart.
Yeah.
Reputations tarnished.
Absolutely.
It's easy to, get caught up in, like, the thrill of the story.
Oh, yeah.
The audacity of it all.
Right.
But we can't forget that, like, real people were hurt.
Yeah.
By this scam.
And not just those, directly involved.
Yeah.
Like, think about all those people who, played the game legitimately, believing they had a fair shot.
Right. Their trust was betrayed, their dreams dashed.
Yeah, it's a violation that goes way beyond just financial loss.
Makes you question everything, doesn't it?
It does.
Like, if something as big as McDonald's monopoly can be rigged,
right,
what else is out there?
It's a valid concern. This case, it really exposed the fragility of trust.
Yeah.
Not just in corporations, but, like, in the systems we rely on.
Like a ripple effect, spreading outwards.
Exactly.
From this one seemingly isolated incident.
And those ripples have far-reaching consequences, you know, impacting consumer behavior, corporate practices, even our faith in institutions.
It's almost like a cultural shift.
I think so.
We've become more cynical, more skeptical of anything that seems too good to be true.
Yeah, there's a certain disillusionment there.
Right.
Loss of innocence, perhaps.
But is that, like, a bad thing?
I think it's a double-edged sword.
Okay.
On the one hand, increased skepticism can make us more vigilant.
Right.
Or discerning consumers.
Less likely to fall for scams.
Exactly. We're more aware of the potential for manipulation, the tricks that marketers might use to entice us.
So we're more cautious, more likely to do our research.
Yes.
Before, jumping into something that sounds too good to be true.
Precisely.
But on the flip side, the cynicism can also lead to just like a general sense of distrust. Like
Yeah.
the feeling that the system is rigged against us.
It's a delicate balance,
It is.
maintaining that healthy level of skepticism without becoming completely jaded.
So, like, what's the takeaway? What can we learn from this
Yeah.
whole McMillian saga?
I think it's a reminder to be informed, to
Yeah.
question assumptions,
Right.
and to hold those institutions accountable.
Yeah, but it's also a story about, like, resilience,
Yes.
how systems can be reformed, trust can be rebuilt.
And how, even in the face of, deceit and corruption,
Yeah.
there's always that hope for redemption.
This deep dive has taken us on quite a journey, from the excitement of winning $1 million
Yeah.
to the harsh realities of criminal justice,
Yeah.
the enduring power of, human greed.
Absolutely.
We've explored the mechanics of this scam,
Uh-huh.
the motivations of the players, the far-reaching consequences of their actions.
I mean, it's a story that, continues to fascinate.
Yeah.
A cautionary tale, reminding us to be vigilant,
Good
to
idea.
be ethical,
Yeah.
and to never underestimate the power of a good story.
So thank you for joining us on this exploration of the McDonald's monopoly scam. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive. Until next time, stay curious and keep asking questions.